This is a Shields of Shame exclusive.
Shepard, you do remember. Did you come in here with the intention of being deceitful? I know when you're lying. We know how to read liars. And when you're talking to Investigator Garcia, I have no doubt that you were lying to her. I've been doing this for a long time. I know what officers do. You're still not being honest with me, man.
I sincerely did not remember everything.
But you don't remember it?
No, I do remember telling her I put a girl in handcuffs, and...
That's not what we're talking about. It's about you telling her that you let a student hold your unloaded weapon. So you do remember.
I remember small...
Shepard, you do remember. You don't remember telling another coworker that you've been working with for months that I let another person hold my freaking unloaded firearm?
No, sir.
You don't remember that.
I may...
Don't tell me because I'm telling you. I want you to tell me and be sincere. What did you fuck up about?
I see there was a deputy I did this to. I don't remember.
I haven't heard the words, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
You don't remember. It's breaking my heart. I'm just telling you, that's how I knew you were lying. Did your parents ever tell you one lie leads to another, and you just can't let go? Let it go, man.
I don't remember what she said.
Is that what Cherokee County does?
No.
Okay, because they didn't tell us that.
I'm not that stupid. I'm an idiot. I'm not that stupid.
Stop it.
I don't remember all the details. No. I don't remember. I don't remember how many.
I had handcuffs placed on me and brought here by the Woodstock Police Department. They had to clear out the adult detention center, or the intake, for me because I'm a cop. You're basically calling another deputy a liar. This is Lieutenant Brown, Cherokee Sheriff's Office, Internal Affairs. I am in the Internal Affairs interview room with Deputy Shepard. Today's date is the 18th of April, 2022. The time is approximately 10:19 a.m. Deputy, I received a very disturbing phone call, and there's no way to come out and say it other than just present it to you. We received an anonymous phone call in which an accusation was made. Go ahead and read that.
Yes,
you don't have
sir.
to read it out loud, just let me know when you're done reading it.
Finished.
Okay. We're not going to get into that right now. All I'm going to do is serve you with the AIC. If you would sign that for me. All right, Deputy, this is to inform you that an internal affairs investigation has been started in regards to a situation which was reported on April 15th, 2022.
Yes, sir.
A copy of the allegation is being supplied to you for your information. I also have supplied you with a copy of employees' duties and rights during internal investigations. You are hereby ordered not to discuss this case with any other person in the Internal Affairs Office, Chief Deputy Sheriff, or Legal Counsel. Any efforts on the contrary will be considered obstruction of the investigation and a violation of a direct order.
Clear.
All that means is do not talk about it with anybody. That means family members, girlfriends, anybody like that, other than those people that I just mentioned right here with the Chief Deputy Sheriff, things of that nature, and us, okay?
Clear.
Thank you. This is the internal investigation warning, commonly referred to as Garrity. I wish to advise you that you're being questioned as part of an official investigation of the Cherokee County Sheriff's Office. You'll be asked questions specifically directed and narrowly related to the performance of your official duties or fitness for office. You are entitled to all rights and privileges guaranteed by the laws and Constitution of the state and the Constitution of the United States, including the right not to be compelled to incriminate yourself. Further wish to advise you that if you refuse to testify or answer questions relating to the performance of your official duties or fitness for duty, you'll be subject to departmental charges, which could result in your dismissal from the Sheriff's Office. If you do answer questions, neither your statements nor any information or evidence that is gained by reason of such statements can be used against you in any subsequent criminal proceeding. However, these statements may be used against you in relation to subsequent departmental charges. In addition to the above rights, you have the right to have counsel present during this questioning. Do you understand?
Clear. Yes, sir.
Okay. What we got to do now is I have to collect all your credentials,
Yes, sir.
your badge,
Yes, sir.
your weapon, your taser,
Yes, sir.
all of that. So go ahead and start removing all that stuff from you too. Keep your radio.
Yes, sir. Should I be worried, sir?
Well, of course. Yeah, you need to be worried.
Okay.
This is an internal investigation. I'm taking all your stuff. I think all you really need to understand is just be honest.
Yes.
We know you will be.
Yes, sir.
Just be honest with us, and we'll go from there, and we'll handle it when we need to handle it. Your magazines. Thank you. Your taser. Your ASP.
This ASP is actually the one I purchased myself.
It is?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
My county issued one is at home.
Your badge, please. You have wallet badge?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I need your swipe card and your sheriff's office ID card.
Yes, sir. Should I just give you my entire wallet?
If you don't mind, do you have your swipe card in here too?
Yeah, here it is.
Okay, thank you. Nothing personal in here that you need?
Just business cards.
Okay.
At what point in time should I be expecting a call?
In the next day or two, I would imagine. We have to interview people.
Okay.
I'm not even sure who. I'm assuming that petite Hispanic female is Lilian.
No, there was, I think it mentioned a Goodwill.
There's a Goodwill employee also?
Correct, yeah, her desk was adjacent to mine.
Okay. Who did you go to this fair with?
It was just me. It was, other employers and myself.
Okay, so there wasn't another employee from the sheriff's
Rojas
office?
showed up for like 20 minutes. That was it.
Okay.
She showed up after lunchtime, and then she was like, hey, I got to bounce. I'm like, okay, see you.
I got you. Okay. Your car keys. I'm going to be driving you home.
Okay.
Okay. What's going to happen? I imagine you punched in today.
I did, sir.
At what time?
7:50.
I'll get you 8.5 hours for today. I'll
Yes,
put
sir.
your time in with Miss Sydney. Your vehicle. Is there anything inside the vehicle that's personal that you need to get?
My wallet's, no, I'm sorry, my wallet's in my backpack.
Okay.
I'd have to check.
Okay,
Honestly, I put stuff in the center console.
What I'll do is, how about we go to your office, we collect what you need to collect
Yes,
from
sir.
your office, your bag. We'll walk out to your patrol car. While you're getting your stuff that you want to get, I'll go get my car and come down and meet you.
Yes, sir.
Sound good? You'll be able to get through this. That's all I can really tell you. You be honest with us. I think reading this, I know what was going on in your head.
They were
I
making-
don't want to talk
Yes,
about it.
sir.
I think I know what was going on. I don't think this is a death sentence. All right. What else you got?
Anything else?
Can you take your taser holster off? You have to take the entire duty
yeah,
belt
I'd have
off.
to take the. It unsnaps. I don't think I can get it, honestly. I could try.
Perfect.
Well, I got it.
Thank you. Okay.
It's in there backwards.
Thank you. Okay. What else we got? Anything else? Got your ID? Got everything else? How about your work phone?
That's in my office.
Okay. All right. Let's do that then. Let's
In terms of, I was supposed to have people come out and run today, so just everything to Rojas.
Is she's usually your backup?
She is.
Okay. Does she know who's coming out today?
She does not.
Let's go over there. Let's talk to her real quick. Explain. You don't have to explain to her anything. Just let her know that you got some things you need to take care of, and that you're not going to be in to handle those responsibilities, and tell her what she needs to do.
Okay.
Okay?
I can just give her the work phone, honestly. Would that be acceptable?
Absolutely, but
Okay.
if you need to tell her who she needs
Yes.
to call and all that,
Yes.
let's take care of that too. Okay, time now is approximately 10:30 a.m. This will conclude the interview. All right.
So, whenever my parents ask, I can't talk about it.
You're not supposed to talk to anybody
Yes, sir.
about this other than who I told you to talk to.
Yes, sir. Chief Deputy, you.
Sheriff, anybody in this office you can talk to. And your attorney if you need to, but you don't really need an attorney.
This is mine.
That's yours, sir. Yes, sir.
Anything else?
Just give me 1 second so I can collect everything.
Yes, okay. So that petite Hispanic, yeah, she was there for 20 minutes.
Okay.
I understand she'll probably be called too. So
She what?
So she, when the people were like, "Oh, can I see your handcuffs?" I was like, "Sure."
I don't want to talk about it.
Okay, yes, sir.
I don't want to talk about it. The reason I want to talk about it is because I want to do that the right way. I don't want to mess anything
So, out of curiosity, the next time I come up here, what should I wear?
up. Casual clothes.
Okay.
Yeah. You don't have to worry about wearing a uniform or anything like that. Yeah, casual clothes. Okay,
OC spray?
you hold on to it.
Okay.
Hold on to it.
Yes, sir.
Good morning, Deputy Shepard.
Good morning, Lieutenant Burrow.
How are you?
I'm okay, sir.
Okay.
How are you?
Good. You look kind of tired. You just...
I'm exhausted.
I can imagine. It's tough when your brain's working that much and things are racing. I've been there.
Yes, sir.
I told you that before. I've been there. All right. This is Lieutenant Brown, Cherokee Sheriff's Office, Internal Affairs. I'm in the Internal Affairs interview room with Deputy Christopher Shepard. Today's date is the 22nd of April, 2022. The time is approximately 10:35 a.m., and this is in reference to IA case number 2022-00013. All right, Deputy Shepard, when we had you come in the other day, you know, I was expecting 100% honesty, and I didn't get it from you. Investigator Garcia expected 100% honesty, and she didn't get it from you. Okay? I just got to bring it in here. I had to ask, why? Were you scared? Were you afraid?
Well,
were you nervous?
Nervous, all of the above. I mean, even looking at the video, I know I did it, I just don't remember it happening.
There are things that I know you might not remember certain things, certain times, and what you did at certain times, but there's no way you didn't remember removing your taser from your holster
I said
6 times. Am I right? I mean, you came in here, did you come in here with the intention of being deceitful?
Absolutely not.
Then what happened? Why did you go down that path? Because I called you out, I basically called you a liar, and you didn't defend yourself. You shook your head. You said, yeah, I know.
I mean, no, I was literally not. Even still, the logs obviously show I did. I don't remember it. I'm not saying that to be deceitful or dishonest. I mean, I know we have taser logs, so what stupid reason could I have?
I think that you know we have taser logs because I told you we have taser logs, and we presented that, and this is the issue that I have with you. Man, all you had to do was be honest with us from the very beginning, and you weren't. Okay, you only admitted what we gave you. Okay.
I racked my brain for everything. I mean, I know we have taser logs because they told us when we got certified.
But I don't think you remembered that. I don't think you remembered that when you came in here. You didn't. Did you?
I did.
You did remember that.
Yes, sir.
You didn't think we were going to do our job and check to see it?
I know you would do your due diligence, like you said. You know everything. Even the handcuffing at the end. I mean, I saw it on video. I still just didn't remember doing that. Even now, I just remember the biggest things, like even the holster. I totally forgot about removing my entire holster.
Several times.
I think the holster once. The weapon in the holster is what I mean.
Okay.
I mean, I didn't even remember that, and I was like, oh yeah. I mean, it's just I try and stay so busy in my off days, and I've been racking my brain to try and remember everything, and I just simply couldn't. And there's...
All right, man.
That's the only thing I can say.
Shepard.
Yes, sir.
I told you you needed to be honest with us from the very beginning, no matter how painful it was, and no matter what you thought the outcome would be. Just like I would hope you would tell the applicants, put everything down on your application, everything, and then we'll decide. You're still not being honest with me, man. You came in here, you knew you did all those things, and the only thing that you talked about was what you saw on this AIC. That's the only thing that you were willing to talk about.
Well, I talked about the baton. I talked about the two that I remember handcuffing incidents.
But you talked about it after the investigator told you what we had.
So, I mean,
And before, one thing I should have let you know when we started, you're still under Garrity.
Yes,
This
sir.
conversation is still Garrity. You remember when you signed this on the 18th?
I do.
Okay, and this is the Garrity form, and this is your memorandum. You still remember that?
Yes.
Okay, you comfortable with that?
As comfortable as I can. Yes.
Okay. Well, I mean that you still understand you're under Garrity.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Still an administrative thing here.
Yes, sir.
We have been doing so much damage control based off of what you did. Kids videotaped you. Kids photographed you. Kids went and talked. It's a freaking high school. They pass videos around. We have been calling these kids' parents and explaining to them what's going on. And they all told us that they asked you to do stuff. Hey, would you put these cuffs on me? He said no. I asked again. He said no. But you weren't honest from the very beginning when you came in here. You weren't. And when I came in here and confronted you, basically called you a liar, you shook your head and said yes. And I asked you, are you willing to be honest with the investigator from this point forward? And you said yes. So you've already admitted to me that you lied. And Investigator Garcia, she was in homicide for like over 10 years. I've been doing this job for 23 years. In this position for almost 5. Me, Patty, and Captain Thompson know how to read people. We know how to read liars. And when you're talking to Investigator Garcia, I have no doubt that you were lying to her. Just like you did there. You look away and you look down. I'm telling you, these are clues. You don't know this because you aren't a seasoned cop yet. You're a young rookie, 2 years into it. You're very young. You don't know. We know. I know when you're lying. Now you're kind of in our hands. I understand it's scary, and I understand you don't want to tell on yourself.
I mean, why would I mean, I genuinely didn't remember, like, that's all I can say.
Okay. Do you know why I know you're lying? Because you remember all the finer details when you talk about something you don't remember. Like when you gave them your gun. Like when you gave them your cartridge. Oh, I don't remember that. But then we show you the video, and then you say, oh yeah, I do. This is what she said, and this is what and I explained to her. So you do remember.
I remember small.
Shepard, you
things.
do remember. But you only told us what we told you that we know. If we came in here and said, all we know is what happened when Rojas was there, because of Goodwill decided to narc on you. And that's what you went with. I've been doing this for a long time. I know what officers do. So when you came in here, why weren't you honest? Were you just afraid? Were you just trying to cover yourself, not make it look so bad?
Afraid.
Because it was bad. You only thought we knew about one taser and one gun. But there's so many more, and am I right? At least give me that.
I mean, I'm not bullshitting you. I know you're right.
I know it's hard to say that. Yeah, I was not being honest with you. It's hard to say that. I get it. That's why I told you when you came in here, nothing but honesty.
And Lieutenant Barone, I mean, this is just us. I mean, I know everyone else is listening, but
It's not just us here, man.
yeah, I know. I mean, truthfully, I sincerely did not remember everything. I did not. I'm not perfect. I have a weird thing about remembering small things. And like, I didn't remember handcuffing the first guy when I was in here because I was so freaking scared. And then I was like, oh, wait a second. There was that one guy I couldn't get the cuffs on because he was so damn big. I mean...
And that was the guy that you said you didn't put 2 handcuffs on.
The left one was a stretch. I mean, it was barely on. I'm like, I mean...
And we had to call him back in. Did he put 1 or 2 handcuffs on you? Oh, he put 2 handcuffs on me.
It wasn't a complete snap.
Okay. I don't think you came in to speak with Investigator Garcia with the intention of lying to us. It just went down that path. I gave you an opportunity when I came in here and showed you those logs. I mean, what did you think when I showed you the logs that you actually moved it from your holster 6 times? 8:45, 9:15.
I remember.
Did you think you were screwed right then and there and you might as well just keep on lying?
I thought I was screwed the minute I got called in and took my stuff.
No, you weren't screwed. You just made a mistake. I make mistakes. And you know what? You tell the truth and you can live with it.
I mean, expressly, I did not remember moving it 6 times, I guess.
Did you remember it more than the once that you thought?
I remembered removing the cartridges, remember arcing it at the floor.
Did you remember conversations? I listened to the interview, of course, with Investigator Garcia. You don't remember until she presents something to you, and then I remember it.
I guess I just go through the motions and meet so many people. It's all a haze. That's all I can say.
But it's not the people that made you do the things that you did.
No, that was me.
About.
That was all me. Even if they asked me to handcuff them like that one girl did, she's 18 years old. I'm a post-certified law enforcement officer. Above that, I'm not a civilian. I know better than that. I just got carried away. I'm just really excited, and I didn't think this would ever be my passion. And then I started it, and I just wanted other people to feel the same way. I guess that's all I was trying to do.
I get that, but we're not here about that.
I know.
Right now, we're here about your honesty issue.
I mean, expressly, sir. I don't remember all of the details. I don't. If it's on video, I did it. I mean, yes, but racking through my brain, so much has happened the past 5 days, and I don't remember everything. If the logs say I pulled the taser 6 times, I pulled the taser 6 times. I don't remember if I arced. I don't remember if I guess I flipped it on, put the dots at the door. I don't.
But my point is, you knew you did those things. You might not remember the details, but you remembered all of it before I came in here and had to throw it in front of your face.
Honestly,
you already told me, yeah, that's true, you're right.
Because the logs don't lie. And I'm not saying I do, I'm just saying I don't remember it. I don't remember everything. That's all I'm saying.
You remember when Rojas got there?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Because I remember her son came down and he's like, "Mom," and I'm like, "I'm not your mom."
Do you remember the conversation you had with her about the guy that talking about the gun?
I actually don't. I remember she said, "Hey, be careful with these kids." That was right after I handcuffed the girl.
Right, and what did she say? Be careful, why?
She said somebody could get upset or word travels. I think that was...
How about jailbait, too? You remember her saying that?
Yeah, she did say jailbait.
Right. I know.
Say jailbait.
Lilian doesn't lie.
Mm-hmm. Well, I didn't remember
But right before that, you had a conversation with her in which you talked about the gentleman in which you let him hold your unloaded pistol out of the holster. And you guys talked about grip. And you told Investigator Garcia that conversation did not happen.
I don't remember it happening. I thought it happened.
You don't remember telling another coworker that you've been working with for months that I let another person hold my freaking unloaded firearm?
No, sir.
You don't remember that.
I do not. Lieutenant Barone.
Go on. I can't wait to hear what other lies you have. Did your parents ever tell you one lie leads to another, leads to another, leads to another, and you just can't let go? Let it go, man. Be honest with me and just say, I screwed up. I don't remember all the details, but I do remember taking my pistol out. I do remember this. I do remember that. Give me something to go to command staff and say, this kid's salvageable.
Lieutenant Barone, I fucked up.
Don't tell me because I'm telling you. I want you to tell me and be sincere. What did you fuck up about? Not this. Shepard.
Yes, sir.
You made a mistake Friday. When I drove you home, I told you I think I know why. Okay? I get it. I tried to give you all the clues just to be honest. Why weren't you honest when you came in here and spoke with Internal Affairs?
I was terrified. I was scared. Nervous as all hell. I've never been in trouble before.
But isn't it better? I mean, haven't you ever been in an experience in your life that you're like, man, I can't lie. And look what it's brought you. Look what it right now. I doubt everything you tell me. And I appreciate you finally coming clean and saying, yeah. Well, tell me this. What weren't you honest about? I need to hear that.
Pulling the taser 6 times.
So you did remember pulling it?
I don't remember how many.
Right.
I don't.
It was more than one.
Yeah, it was more than one.
And you knew that. Then why didn't you just come clean and just lay it all out for Investigator Garcia? We'd be done right now.
I think
command staff might be with you right now saying, listen, man, you screwed up. We're going to give you another chance.
I think I remember arcing it the one time. I'm pretty sure I only arced it one time. I don't know if that's true. I only remember arcing it once. Is that correct?
That you only arced it once?
Correct. Because I
know.
Okay, it's
No.
not. Okay, well. How many times
you
did
arced it one time for 5 seconds.
Yeah, okay. 5 seconds.
And that was at 9:14.
Okay.
And then you went ahead and pulled the trigger. You pulled the trigger at 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Wait.
2 o'clock, 5 seconds.
So wouldn't that be 2 trigger pulls?
Well, no, this was an arc where you push the button.
Oh, on the side.
And then the trigger pull is you remove the cartridges,
So
cartridge 1 and cartridge 2, even though this one says 1, and you pull it for 5 seconds. And I know that this doesn't lie.
I know.
Why didn't you just tell us about the handgun? And why did you have to tell her, why did she have to pull that out of you? About letting the kids hold the unloaded...
Because the biggest thing in my mind that I going was that I pulled it out because that involved having to rack the slide to get the round out, which to me is probably the biggest violation of officer safety that I made, because that involved it actually being out of the holster.
Well, it's so much more than that, young man.
Well, I know.
I mean, it's not what officer safety about what you could have done to yourself or somebody else.
Correct, yeah.
You're allowing juveniles, children, to hold our weapons, our alternate weapons, when you're not certified. You're not a trainer.
Right.
What do you know about stance? You know as much stance as I know about stance from what our training department teaches us. Who are you to teach somebody? And it's bothersome to me because this is another thing. You say I don't remember. How can you not remember having this conversation with Lilian? We're going to watch it right here. Damn computers. Of course.
Try closing out of it.
Yeah, I can't even get the mouse to. I can't get the mouse to recognize.
Is this the conversation with Lilian?
Yes.
I mean, we can just talk about it.
But you don't remember it.
No, I do remember telling her I put a girl in handcuffs, and...
That's not what we're talking about. It's about you telling her that you let a student hold your unloaded weapon. Do you remember telling her that? Tell me what you told her.
She came, she's like, hey, can I talk to you? Because she witnessed me handcuff somebody. She was right there. And then she was like, hey, be careful. And I'm like, oh yeah, I know, I'm just trying to get him excited, educate, learning experience. She's like, okay, but, and then when you brought up jailbait, I was like, oh yeah, she did say jailbait. But that was right before she left. She was like, hey. I'm like, what? She's like, jailbait. I'm like, what do you mean? And then she's like, oh.
Tell me about when you told her that you let a student hold your weapon.
I guess I told her that.
Shepard, don't cuss. Stop
okay.
it. Stop it. You remember the conversation. Just tell me what she told you and what she said.
I told her. I don't remember what she said. I feel like she would have had a conniption.
But what did you tell her? Tell me what you told her. Because I know what the conversation was about. This is an opportunity for you to get one of your lies out of there. And we can check that one off. Okay, he told the truth. Because you're basically calling another deputy a liar.
Mm-hmm. Shit. I'm trying. I guess I told her about the stance.
The stance and the way he held the gun.
The way he held the gun.
Why
Marrying the hands.
Why would you tell Investigator Garcia that you never told Lilian that? Were you trying to protect Lilian?
Maybe some armchair psychology, yeah.
What does that mean?
I guess, I know you hate that word, I'm sorry. Yeah, trying to protect Lilian. Small things bring back my memory. When I said Mayor of the Hands, I remember her telling that I said Mayor of the Hands to him.
I'm sorry?
When I say Mayor of the Hands on the grip, because his grip was like that, I'm like, dude, Mayor of the Hands. And I remember telling her that to Mayor of the Hands is what I told him.
Okay.
I don't know. Yeah, maybe to protect Lilian.
Or yourself?
Or I told Lilian, she'd tell y'all. I mean, that's just...
Well, she had no choice.
Yeah.
When we brought her in there, she hates it. She's beside herself. She feels like she's narking on you.
No. Maybe that's what I was thinking. That I'd be narking on her. I think my biggest thing is just how... it's been a lot.
Dude, I understand.
I know you do.
I've been here, right there, bawling my eyes out, begging for forgiveness. The thing that saved me. Dude, I was arrested. I had handcuffs placed on me and brought here by the Woodstock Police Department. They had to clear out the adult detention center, or the intake, for me because I'm a cop. I was working the road. I was in uniform patrol. I got arrested. I was placed on 2 weeks suspension. But what saved me from not getting fired was I was 100% honest. And you weren't. You weren't. You might have had good intentions to maybe protect Lilian, or I really think it was just you thinking that we didn't have everything. I was thinking that it's you not realizing that there was a video. Mm-hmm. And I think it was just you read the AIC and you said, this is what they know. The AIC
sheet that he'll give
yeah.
me? Okay.
Basically, all it says was you're acting inappropriately, that you handcuff the student, show them your taser, and let a student handle your firearm. That's what you thought we had. You're shaking your head like you're saying yes.
Yeah, I did read that.
I know you read that, but am I right when I say you thought this is all we had?
Before I came here, Wednesday. Do you mind if I read that real quick?
No.
Okay.
But before you came here Wednesday, what?
I was going to reference what it said on there, because it said I pulled my taser out. It did not, however, I believe, say that I arced my taser. And I told myself, don't tell them you arced the taser. They don't know that. But then I'm like,
right.
And then I met with you. You're like, hey, dude, we know everything. So that's what I was like. I arced my taser. I could not tell you I did it 6 times.
Well, you didn't arc it 6 times.
Right. I didn't know I pulled it 6 times.
It was armed.
Right.
Yeah.
Does that mean it's just turned on?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Sorry. I couldn't tell you the exact number of times. I couldn't tell you the exact number of students I handcuffed.
I know that, but it's troubling when you are thinking to yourself, all right, they don't know it.
Right.
Thank you for being honest. It feels like that's really the first piece of honesty I got from you, that I didn't have to drag from you, Shepard.
Mm-hmm. And
there's no point in me showing you this video. It's not working, and you basically came clean. But okay, here we go. Let's see if I can
now
get
it's
it.
working.
And I just want you to see this, because when you tell Investigator Garcia... all right, hold on. When you tell Investigator Garcia... Well, let me make sure I got it right. During the interview, Deputy Shepard indicated that he allowed a student to handle his gun, which is before Investigator Rojas got there. Investigator Garcia told you that would make sense because Rojas told Investigator Garcia that you allowed someone to handle his gun. Deputy Shepard stated he never told Investigator Rojas that. He told me he never told Investigator Rojas about the weapon. She only told him to be careful what he did, talking about the handcuffing. Deputy Shepard stated he never told her anything about a gun. That was 100% lie. That was 100% lie.
I was trying to protect Rojas.
I think you're saying that just because I told you to say
No,
that.
I'm saying
Or not
that,
told you, but I put that in your head.
I'm telling that because I don't remember her like saying, hey, don't do the gun thing. I do remember her saying the handcuffing.
You don't remember her telling you that that's not a good idea for you to let someone hold their gun?
No,
Do you remember telling her, don't worry, it was unloaded?
I actually don't, but I probably didn't say that.
This is the conversation that you had with her.
Is there audio?
No, this is a...
That'd be super cool.
Tell me about it.
You're able to make it full screen? No, it doesn't matter.
Oh, actually, let me see here.
I'm so sorry.
You got nothing to be sorry about this.
No, this, because you... Yep, so that's Rojas's kid.
Okay. This is your conversation with her.
Mm-hmm.
And it upset me because I knew that you had the conversation.
You
and
mind
now
if I
know.
stand up?
No,
Okay.
feel free.
I have really bad eyesight.
You could actually see your hands in which you're talking about a pistol.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yep, you're absolutely right.
Believe me, I know I'm right.
Mm-hmm.
What did she tell you there when you told her? Because she stressed to us that you told her, "Don't worry, it was loaded. It was unloaded."
Probably said it wasn't a good idea. Which is in line.
Another way I knew that you weren't being honest with us, Shepard, is when you told Investigator Garcia that you haven't done this in any other high schools.
I never put my weapon down.
But you can't. You're telling us that you can't remember what you did Friday, but you can remember what you did on March 26th and March 30th when you went to Woodstock and Cherokee High.
Mm-hmm.
Those were when you had the fairs, the
Well,
career fairs, whatever it's called.
Mhm.
You were there representing the sheriff's office, and you told her, "I've never done anything like this." Then, how could you remember? Because you can't remember what you did Friday. I'm just telling you. That's how I knew you were lying.
do you want me to answer that?
No,
Okay.
I guess I'm just telling you that's how I knew, on top of one thing after another, that you weren't being honest with us, man, and it's breaking my heart. What would you have to say to Sheriff Reynolds if he was here? Who gave you that position, the recruiter position?
Colonel Smith and Captain Britt.
Okay. Who do you think told them
Um,
to get you to the position?
Sheriff Reynolds.
What would you like to tell us, Sheriff Reynolds, right now? And don't apologize about what you did
No,
Friday.
I'm not.
We're more concerned about the honesty issue.
I'm imagining him standing there. When I tell my recruits, be brutally honest about everything, when I can't even do it myself, that makes me the biggest hypocrite. I messed up, obviously for this, but then I guess I just tried to save my own skin and protect Rojas. Like a real loser.
You had a wonderful opportunity in the position you had.
I know.
And I haven't heard the words, "I'm sorry."
I'm sorry. I not only made myself look like a total dumbass, I put the safety of myself and those juveniles, adolescents.
You have no idea the damage control that you have placed us in. I've got majors calling parents. I've got school principals calling kids out of schools. They think those kids did something wrong and that they're in trouble. Those kids thought you were really cool, and I know it got into your head. I know you were loving it. You were loving the attention.
I was.
The Goodwill woman is like, you could just tell you were eating it up. You were loving it. And you said the right thing at first when they asked you, "Can you handcuff me?" You said no. Then you said no again. But your head started getting swelled up a little bit. They're loving you. And you're loving all the shit you're telling them, and they're loving you. And you're like Batman. You got all that cool shit on your belt. You can never pull out your weapons, man. I've been on calls before, friendly domestic incidents, nothing serious. They're like, "Hey, can you do me a favor and pretend you're handcuffing my friend so I can take a picture?" Of course I can't do that. It's called false imprisonment. You're not allowed to do stuff like that, and you are representing us. And we've heard so many parents say, is that how you guys recruit people?
Yep.
Is that what Cherokee County does? Would you have given a gun to a 35-year-old? Probably not, because they're not going to be looking at you like, oh, you're the coolest thing since sliced bread. Is there anything that I didn't ask? Any other discrepancies, any other lies that you had that you just would like to come clean with right now?
Right, my brain, I'm sorry. I don't know if I mentioned the one girl that I handcuffed, I think the second time. She was a part of the larger group, I think, when Rojas.
The one with the long name, the long last
No,
name?
No, not her.
Okay.
No, this was... Sorry, I roasted her when she came downstairs. I let her handle my baton. I don't know if I said that. I'm like, hey, go ahead and try closing it.
And they went like this?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know about that. What do you mean you arrested her when she came downstairs?
No, I roasted her.
Oh.
She came downstairs, she's like, oh my gosh, is this the military? I'm going to join. I'm like, I don't think you make it.
Huh, okay.
That's what I meant when I said roasted her.
Okay.
No, not arrested. God.
I mean, what are we supposed to do from here?
I don't know, sir. I mean, I soiled the position of my office, the image of the sheriff's office, and myself.
Well, we're going to repair that. And we're going to repair the image of the sheriff's office.
What would you recommend, sir, that I do?
Shepard, I told you right from the very beginning, to be honest.
Lieutenant Brown, I'm sorry.
Thank you for that. Right now,
Yes,
there's
sir.
not much that I can do other
Yes,
than
sir.
write it up the way it is.
Yes, sir.
Okay? I can see this happening with you personally.
Yes, sir.
I can see you being like reassigned to the jail and you basically saying, F that. I'm not working down there. And I can see you going out to other agencies trying to get your name out there and trying to get onto a different agency. And I would suggest if you do that, you need to be brutally honest.
Oh, yes, sir.
No. Brutally honest. You tell them everything.
I had an internal affairs investigation.
No, you
that I
tell
was
them everything.
deceptive about.
Yeah. Yes. You're young enough, even though you're not that young, you're young enough that you might get a second chance. I suggest that if something were to happen that you don't get terminated
Yes, sir.
and you are placed in the jail, that you look yourself in the mirror because you're not ready for the road, young man. You're not ready for the road. You need to mature yourself up a little bit. And I would say do your time. Take your penance. Go down there and tell other people your story of how you messed up and don't be like me and look at me now. I'm back where I, work your way up. Work your way up.
If anything, this could be a silver lining.
That's a good way to look at it.
I'm not, well, I'm not going to say that. I was going to say I'm not going to lie. I'm like, well, what the fuck?
But that's something you'd be like, listen, I know not to lie.
My head did swell. You know my story about losing 100 plus pounds.
I lost 130 myself.
So when I first started here, I don't know if you see my higher picture. I was 170 something and skinny, and I always tell people this isn't a job. You're only on duty when you report to work. You're on duty 24/7. If you're not bettering yourself physically or mentally outside of work, you're doing yourself and your brothers and sisters a disservice. That's what I always say. So I worked my ass off and got to where I did, and I think it got to me. I felt, I don't know, untouchable. Like, oh yeah, I'm hot shit. And I remember Captain Britt called me out on it one day, because I guess some people got, like, down in the jail, they're like, oh, well, how long are you recruited for? And I'm like, well, 6 months, then I guess I go to the road. But that's not the way it is. It's however long they need me, depending on how well I do.
Mm-hmm.
And so,
What did Captain Britt call you out on?
Oh, he was like, oh, I guess some people got, not offended, but like, they sounded like you were boasting. You know, ego, high horse, whatever the hell.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's where maturity.
Maybe this is the best course of action. You're absolutely right, by the way, that thought did cross my mind.
What's that?
He's like, you said you're going to be reassigned, you're going to say, F that, go to another agency. That thought did 100% cross my mind.
Of course.
But it's like I tell everybody, I love Cherokee SO.
We have a great agency.
We have a great agency, great command staff. Never once did I feel like I couldn't go to, I feel like I sound like a recruiter right now.
No, keep going, man.
Never once did I feel like I couldn't go to a supervisor, or now that when I was up in admin,
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't go to my command staff if I had a question, comment, concern. A need.
A want.
Well.
Right. I mean, hey, I would like this for recruiters. I
Colonel
want this.
Smith, we talked in his office for like an hour after 4 o'clock. And he's salary, if I'm not mistaken. He wasn't getting paid extra for that.
That's Colonel Smith.
Just about my career and where I want to go. And then the sheriff gave me some good advice for about 15 minutes because I had aspirations of doing Army National Guard. And I didn't know what timeline I should wait for. And he suggested, you're in a very good position right now. Go to the road, spend time there, and then if you still want to do it, then do it. Because right now, if you do it, it's really going to impact your career by multiple years. And I don't think every agency would give you that kind of free
I'm telling you
advice.
that right now. It's not that way, man.
I mean,
I'm so lucky. When I moved here in '99, I applied with Cobb County, Gwinnett County, and APD. I was offered a job by APD and Gwinnett, and then Cherokee County called. And thank God, I was ready to move to Gwinnett.
And this was the only agency I ever applied for, and it was the agency I was happy at. I mean, even in the jail, people always gripe about it. I didn't.
Of course.
I didn't dislike it, honestly. I mean, I enjoyed the schedule.
Can't beat 2 on, 2 off. You work 14 days a month.
I was never a huge fan of Monday through Friday. I mean, it gave me a sense of normality with my family, especially going to church every Sunday, being able to go to my small groups every Tuesday. That makes me feel more of a hypocrite. Jeez.
No, it doesn't. No,
It
man.
does.
No, it's...
I can't be a self-proclaimed, born again Christian, and then,
Okay, then look yourself in the mirror and fix it. And fix it. This doesn't define you. You made a mistake, and you made a bigger mistake when you came in here and you weren't honest with your
And I think
standards.
the biggest thing, too, is, Lieutenant Brown, I was deceptive. I don't think I went in with that in the back of my head. That was not my intention.
Look,
I really think I was just so nervous and so scared, and I was just subconsciously trying to...
am I right, though? You just
damage
wanted to
control.
talk about what you thought we knew.
Correct.
All right, and I've been doing this a long time, man.
And I honestly couldn't tell you how many times I pulled my taser out. I was not sure.
Well, we don't expect you to know
Right.
everything. We don't expect you to know the rotation or the how it went from first period, second period. I don't expect you to know that.
Right.
Humans don't. Captain Thompson and Investigator Garcia, we don't expect that.
Right.
We understand you're human. We're
Right.
human too. I don't remember what I did yesterday, but I remember if I pulled out something and pointed it at my wife and what, you know what I'm saying? So those things we didn't expect you to know, but it was the bigger things that you definitely don't forget. That I knew you were not being honest with us.
Yeah.
And I really wanted to bring you back in here as opposed to just writing it up and giving it to the sheriff. I wanted to really get in your mind because I like you, man. I like you.
I like you too.
I like you as a friend. I like you professionally.
Even when you were screaming at me yesterday, I was like, oh shit.
Well, sometimes that's what you got to do. I mean,
know.
it's that this position sometimes demands that. And I apologize for yelling at you.
Lieutenant
But
Brown.
what I was upset because I saw you lying and I knew it, and it was bothering me because I told Investigator Garcia when I walked you up here and sat you down, I brought her in my office, I said, he will be 100% honest with you. And I was so wrong.
Lieutenant Brown, I apologize for not only doing that to myself, but you vouched for me.
Thank you for that.
I'm sorry.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
Because then it just makes you look like an idiot.
No, it doesn't. I've been wrong before, and I've been right before.
I hate that you were wrong that time.
Me too.
Mainly because
Me too.
I like you too, LT. Just like whenever I would get people, I'm like, oh, this is your guy. He could be your best friend or worst enemy.
Right.
Um,
I'll always be your best friend, man.
Right.
And it's not about personal thing.
I didn't deserve it.
This office, the Office of Professional Standards and Internal Affairs, it's all about protecting the integrity
Of the agency.
Exactly. And when that comes into question is when I really take it to heart.
Correct.
And I will fight tooth and nail for the deputy sitting across from the table even if they made a mistake and they're in the wrong and they violated a policy or procedure. Because remember, this is administrative, not criminal.
Yes, sir.
That I will fight tooth and nail for you. And if you did something wrong and it is a fireable offense, like giving an inmate a bobby pin to stick into their body and go to the hospital to have surgery, I will fight tooth and nail to protect the integrity of this agency, to let the public know we are serious about who we hire, who we retain, and who works for us.
Yes, sir.
Because I think I could speak for the sheriff and chief opinion. This is a large family aside from your personal family.
I tell the same thing.
Yeah,
to people I'm
man.
recruiting.
My God. The way the command staff, Tommy and Frank, really love the deputies, the entire agency, they truly care.
And that makes it so much worse.
I understand that.
They're like, what the fuck, Shepard? I thought you were our boy. You know?
Right.
Just
Right.
Oh, man.
Well, I'm kind of glad that I did bring you in here. I knew that you were. I knew you weren't being honest with us. We've been doing this a long time.
Mhm.
I could tell just looking at your face and your facials and your eyes.
I don't
and
have a
everything.
poker face.
Well, even if you did, I could still read it.
I believe you.
You don't get put in this position, man,
For being...
for being an idiot.
For being
Just
an idiot.
Guessing. You can't guess at this position. You just can't do it. And Captain Thompson and Investigator Garcia, she's worked homicide. She knows her stuff. She knows how to read people. And first thing she said when she came out after escorting you out, he's lying. And I know. Was he honest after I went in there? Nope, he continued to lie. That broke my heart, man. It broke my heart. All right, brother. Anything else?
I'm not ignoring him. I'm seriously trying to think.
No, take your time, man. You got all day.
I'm getting paid for this. Am I still getting paid?
Yes, sir.
Oh, I
Yeah,
was...
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Investigator Garcia mentioned yesterday, she asked if I pointed at the ceiling, the
Taser.
taser. I remember flipping it upside down to remove the cartridges. I don't remember putting the dot on the ceiling. I may... I see there was a deputy I did this to when we were goofing off, or it was a student. I'm being 100% honest there. Because I explain how taser works. Either put my hand or put the unloaded, or made safe taser on his thigh. I don't remember. I think I may have done that.
On a student's thigh?
Yes.
Did you arc it and give
No,
him
no,
a shock
no.
or anything?
No.
Okay, because they didn't tell us that.
I'm not that stupid. I'm an idiot. I'm not that stupid.
Okay.
No.
Well, why did you put it on his leg then?
How to connect a circuit. I genuinely don't remember if I did that to a deputy or... I know that's...
You mean on okay,
Right.
you don't know if it happened Friday?
Correct.
Because there was no other deputy there but Rojas, and she never mentioned you doing that to
So,
her.
I'm not throwing anybody on the bus here except myself. I'm sure you know, but people f*** around with their tasers all the time. And I don't think it has anything to do with training. It's just, it's cool. So, you know...
I hope to God you're wrong. Because we do take that downloads of tasers very seriously. And I know Corporal Heron would remove that, and Captain Gunning would be in his corner to remove any taser from any deputy or supervisor that misuses their taser.
I will say part of the reason why I left shift 2 was because somebody kept lighting me up with theirs. Not like they didn't make contact, but they put the dots on me.
Right.
And I...
Right.
That's like pointing a loaded weapon at somebody.
Right.
So, I think, get carried away. So, again.
I think what Garcia was speaking about is with the last two, there was the two girls, one with the long name,
Yeah.
the one that you handcuffed. She first goes, no.
No, that wasn't the girl with the long name. The girl with the long name had the ripped jeans. Remember that?
Okay, I don't remember.
sorry.
I thought that was with... This is when I think the incident happened of the dots going to the ceiling. You pull your taser out, and then it's obvious that you turn it on because the two girls look. They look up. So you pointed it up, the light goes on, the laser goes on, they look and see the laser and like, wow, okay, cool. And then you bring it down and they follow the laser down.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I think that might be what
Yes.
she was referring to.
Yes.
Okay. All right, well, there's no need to go through all that. We all know it, so. Chef, anything else?
I'm sorry, sir.
Okay.
Not only to you, but, well, especially to you.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. It's going to be a tough one for us to write up, man. It's going to be a hard one because I really care about you, and this is when it's really hard for us.
I know.
I mean, we like you.
I know. If I were a dirt, or if everyone thought it was a dirtbag, I'm sure it'd be easy.
Oh, this would be easy. This would be fun.
You'd be like, fuck this guy.
Right. I wouldn't have brought you in today to give you an opportunity to explain why you were being deceitful and all that, and I appreciate that.
I appreciate you, sir. Thank you.
Okay, man. If there's nothing else, I'm going to go ahead and conclude the interview.
Yes, sir.
Okay. The time now is 11:21 a.m. This will conclude the interview.
This is not true.
Do you want to have another chance to speak to Investigator Garcia and tell her the freaking truth?
Yes, sir.
Tell her the truth!
So
That's the applicant.
no longer an applicant, yes, ma'am.
Are you guys dating now?
We are, ever since she was disqualified, we have been pursuing a relationship, but we are not dating.
Okay. None of this are going to be other applicants, I hope.
No.
Sure.
Yes, ma'am.
She the only one?
Yes, ma'am. I could not tell you. I guess I just have a crappy memory. Okay, that was totally wrong then. I genuinely did not remember this, and I apologize.
Because you know, policy says every day you work, you're supposed to run a test.
Yes.
And I don't believe you did.
I did
Because
not,
you were already at the school.
I did not run the test prior to getting.
Okay.
I could not give you an accurate count because I.
What do you mean you can't give me an answer?
No, I mean I don't remember a lot.
You don't remember doing all these. Shepard, there's no way you don't remember this, man. Come on. Remember I told you walking in here, honesty is the only thing that's going to help you?
Yes, sir.
You're already upsetting me.
Did anybody witness you handcuff these kids?
I don't think so. I didn't remember. It wasn't out of malice. I genuinely didn't remember. That's all I can say.
I noticed there was a lot of doing this on both phones. Did you take any other numbers? Did they take your numbers? A lot of with the phone, like texting or?
No, I never.
Did you receive any of their phone numbers? Did you
No, ma'am.
change any phone numbers?
I will tell you this, one girl that I met who has a crazy last name followed me on Instagram, and I didn't realize my Instagram was set to public, so I set it to private and never followed her back. That's the only thing. I never took anyone's numbers, never texted, received nothing.
Now, when you took out your taser, did you ever, what is it called?
So I removed the cartridges and then I arced it at the floor.
Both of them?
Yes, both of them.
Okay. And you only took it out once?
Correct.
Are you sure?
Yes, ma'am.
You're sure?
I'm positive.
What would you say if I can tell you that you took out your weapon one more time? Well, maybe not your weapon.
My duty weapon?
Mm-hmm.
I only took my duty weapon out once.
Did your weapon ever leave your duty belt?
When I let the one gentleman handle it, yes, ma'am.
With or without a holster?
That was without a holster.
Did you ever remove it with the holster?
Yes, I did.
Ah.
I did. I never had any contact with any student. One girl with a crazy last name followed me on Instagram on Saturday, I want to say. No, it was Friday.
When you say crazy name,
I cannot pronounce it. It's long. It's in my Instagram history. She followed me. I never followed back. Never messaged her. I set my Instagram to private. I was like, oh my God, I recognize that name. And
how can you not remember?
when I'm
just kind of watching, you know, what's going on, and then all of a sudden I see she turns around and
The girl that was trying to get his attention.
yeah, and he handcuffs her.
should I be worried, sir?
Well, of course. Yeah, you need to be worried.
Okay.
This is an internal investigation. I'm taking all your stuff.
You never took out your baton?
Okay, I did take out my baton. They're like, what's it for? I'm like, scratching your back. That's it.
Deputy, I received a very disturbing phone call, and there's no way to come out and say it other than just present it to you. We received an anonymous phone call in which an accusation was made. Go ahead and read that.
Yes,
You don't
sir.
have to read it out loud, just let me know when you're done reading it.
Finish.
Okay.
There was like this one like teenage girl kind of like milling around. She just kept kind of like joking around with him and stuff, like just kind of being really insistent. And then I was, you know, and I just told him, I was like, I said, oh, you know what that is? He's like, what? I said, oh, that's jailbait, 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 jailbait.